Did you get your audio check?
Yeah, I'm getting a lot more than that.
Hey everyone, Jamieleigh here from BirdTricks along with Jinxie, my blue-throated macaw, and you're about to see a lot more of him in a way that you've probably never seen him before on the channel. Now, the following footage you're about to see is part of an episode called BirdTricks Tuesday, where Dave and I take our birds into the studio and see what body language they have to give us that we can then describe to our patrons. So, Jinxie had some interesting body language to give us that day where he was just not a fan of Dave, and I promise it'll probably be everybody's favorite episode of BirdTricks Tuesday. So if you like content like this, head over to patreon.com/BirdTricks to check out more of our body language edition.
Today we're going to give you a secret on how to get ahead in life. Check 1, 2, check, check. This one is BirdTricks Tuesday with Jinx and the secret handshake. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know what to expect in this. Sometimes Jinx likes me. Then there's the rest of the time. Sure that you're not.
Bubba! Hey, Bubs.
It's cold outside, huh?
We got audio going, we got video going.
All right, cool. So, welcome everyone to a different type of BirdTricks Tuesday. I am so excited about this. So
And I have no idea what's happening.
I asked Dave to help me with the O-Flock series. So those of you that are on the Rocco and Morgan tier see my O-Flock series where I've been teaching Jinxie a secret handshake. What are you getting so angry about? Yeah. So
We have our good days and our bad days.
Yeah, today's not a good day. So anyways, I have been teaching Jinx the secret handshake. Dave doesn't know about this. He hasn't seen it.
That's secret handshake.
So it's a secret.
Well, it was until BirdTricks Tuesday.
Me and the Rocco tier. And Morgan tier. He knew he was gonna be a butthead. I want you to stand that much closer to Dave.
Oh, hi.
Okay, so
In other words, we're going to be doing a body language one today.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! Yeah. Jeez, Bub. Okay, so this might not work out to where I thought.
This is funny because like literally 5 days ago I was throwing him off of cliffs and sand dunes and he was my buddy. Yes!
Today, they're not buddies. Okay, well, the idea of this BirdTricks Tuesday is for Dave to give me tips on how to better train this. I don't know if it's gonna go over super well today, just seeing how he's acting towards Dave. But, so it might turn into something else, but.
It's also worth noting how when we talk about training, you're often pairing the emotion involved with the behavior that you're training and you link those two. And so,
yeah.
Since this behavior is already somewhat learned, maybe we're okay. Maybe not, we'll find out.
Maybe not. Okay, so a lot of this episode is gonna be you guys just hearing a conversation between me and Dave because I do have a lot to fill him in on. So, one of the things that Jinx does, if you remember, when he gets hormonal, it happens from playing with his feet. Do you remember that? Like if I play with his feet, he starts to get hormonal, and that's the first time he'll like regurgitate for me. Come on! Did you know that?
No.
Okay, anyway, he has a foot thing. He has a thing with his feet.
A foot fetish?
If I play with his feet, he gets hormonal. So, I kind of thought that I've been able to redirect some stuff that's been hormonal and change it into non-hormonal behavior by putting certain things on cue and pairing it with a different emotion, right? So I thought I could do the same thing with the foot. So if I developed like a secret handshake and put it on cue, it would trigger a totally different emotion and become non-hormonal.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Where I was going with it? Okay, so the first session I had, I don't remember where I started. I think I might have started with him on a tea stand or something, and I just like, he was getting frustrated. He wasn't really getting the behavior. He doesn't offer it naturally like that. He offers it more like when we're hanging out.
I do actually remember you working on it a little bit.
Okay,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
So I had 2 sessions. They looked totally different. And then I kind of nailed it on the 3rd session when I put him on my shoulder because that's where naturally he would start to become more hormonal and I'd get that certain behavior. So I was using an
So many jokes. I'm just biting my tongue.
I was using an essence of like capturing slash training because, you know, it was a little mix of both. I just don't know if he's, I feel like I'm gonna get nailed trying to show this to you. Now I'm like nervous to do it. Okay, but I'm gonna try to show it
if
to
it
you.
makes you feel better, I'm not nervous.
I am not, okay, well yeah. See that you're not gonna get nailed?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna preface this with normally if Jinx is showing me this kind of agitated behavior, I would not be putting him on my shoulder, but because I love you guys so much and it's gonna be a learning experience for all of us, I am going to do this. But under normal circumstances, if it was just me and Dave and I wasn't filming for anybody, I would probably be like, this is not the time.
Yeah, I'm gonna step just back out of the focal length camera there a little bit.
Yeah,
and
I really don't
oh
want
look,
to
I have your size.
just having a conversation about how much taller he is. Okay. I'm gonna bring my energy down a little bit because Jinxie is a little bit more heightened than I would prefer to have a training session. So I'm hoping that the fact that he just sees the treats snap him right out of his angry mode, which I feel like is happening. All right, can I have a kiss? Good boy. Can you do this? Secret handshake. Okay, so that's as far as it is, and yes, that is the cue.
No wonder he gets hormonal.
I don't know why. But okay, so the cue is kind of like wiggling the fingers and bringing them up there, right? So it's secret handshake. And what I want him to do, you can see right now he's just lifting it. What I want him to do is kind of like play with my hand back, which is what his, more so what his hormonal behavior would look
So
like.
my thought is, have you FR2'd this?
No, and I can't find a clicker.
Really? In
Yeah.
all of the studio?
I see one.
There's like 4 right
No,
now.
I meant in the house.
Okay.
Yeah, they're on display. Those are display clickers.
Those are display clickers?
Would you want to click for me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Jinxie. What's your nickname? Why are you looking at him?
Let's FR2 this one.
Okay, so you want me to cue it twice?
Yeah.
Good job.
This one a little higher.
Yeah, buddy! Oh, that was so good! But you know what you're doing. I should just have Dave on all my training sessions. Wow, that was
Do this
awesome.
at home.
Did he wiggle it?
Yeah, a little bit. Get yourself a husband, throw in the background, give him the clicker, so that he can watch his hormonal bird on his wife's shoulder.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
little higher.
Did he shake his head on that one?
I think so.
Okay.
Bring your hand up higher.
In my hand. Okay, I'm gonna watch the monitor, so if you guys are wondering why I'm looking off screen, it'll just help me. Ah!
So he touched you, and that's what you're looking for, right?
I am, and I'm looking for like a little wiggly on his part. He laughed that time because that was hilarious. It's
And
so
just
cute.
For record on video, he said Bubba on the one before, so we have to be very careful not to pair a vocal, well, a specific vocal with this, but the laughter's kind of funny. It was like,
Because then I'm getting
he's
confused.
the busiest with me.
I know, I'm getting a little bit stuck because it would be really cute if it was like a tickling thing and there was laughing, but it'd also be really cute if it was like ba 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 ba, but I don't want to lose his ba 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 on his head. Yeah, Jinxie!
So I waited a little bit longer for extending that behavior. Let's FR2 this again.
Okay.
Remember to keep your hand high. Okay.
Okay. Good boy.
One more.
Good job.
So he's interestingly enough offering multiple behaviors with it, but the thing that is making it so I am clicking, and I'm gonna get a little closer here so the mic gets me a little better. The reason that I'm clicking is because I'm not getting the exact same ba 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 or the laughter, or I'm not always getting the same vocal with that behavior. If I was getting that same vocal with the behavior, I would probably stop clicking and I would only click when I don't get a vocal with it. But we've had a head shake, we've had a bunch of other behaviors he's trying to pair, and my read on that is that he's trying to interpret what Jamie wants.
Yeah.
But be very careful when you're doing this type of
Aww.
what did you call it? Slash training? It was like capturing slash training. So
Oh,
when you're doing slash training,
it's both.
make sure that you're not capturing those other behaviors with the new one you're working on.
Okay.
So let's do like maybe 3 more reps.
Okay, focus on me, man. Good job. So he held it up longer and like, did he move his foot a little bit?
A little bit. But make sure you hold your hand a little higher.
Man, okay. It's really hard to tell. Hand higher.
Oh, and you can
And
throw
drop
some
all the
treats on floor.
trees. Good boy.
Yeah, so he's like kind of nervously twitching it.
Okay, yeah, that's what I want. I want like
Almost like
basically
the
you see me
Rastaway.
doing this. I want him doing that.
And jackpot that, because he offered it without you having to put your hand right there to do it.
Yeah, and now I think I'm comfortable enough with where he's at to actually look at him because I've been a little bit nervous about the safety of my face.
I would stop it there because it was the highlight of a good one.
Okay.
And this comes back to a really good lesson that you almost saw Jamie screw up on. And that is when you've got a lot of momentum and you're like, hey, this is going great. Let's just do one more. Whenever you hear yourself saying, let's do one more, that was your one more. You're finished.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. It got so much better. So for those of you guys on the Rocco and Morgan tier, you've seen me have 3 sessions of this and they've been kind of sloppy and all over the place if I'm totally honest with myself because I've just been sort of winging it.
Get it?
And I think it was today. Did I come up with this idea today or yesterday?
I think last night we were in bed and I was like, yeah, we should do that. That's pretty much how the conversation went. And oh my gosh,
That's when I come
you're
up
a
with my
pooper.
ideas. Yeah, I was like, you know what would be really cool is if you could help me with this thing. I think you would be amazing and it would really, really be beneficial and it'd be cool for people to see. Like, Dave's such an organized trainer. He thinks through every single thing and I'm just like, let's just see what happens. Like, that's, I think, the epitome of how different we are. No planning. So
another highlight here to point out for training lesson is to make sure that when you're working on these types of things, it may look sloppy in the beginning, but go with what's working. This is something I always draw back to my free flight students because there's so many unique lessons in that. But in one of the recent ones with PHOEBE, the red-tailed black cockatoos, we were struggling getting a recall where he'd want to stay on Mika, but he was more than happy to get the treat and go back to the perch. And so rather than focusing on having him come to us, we focused on having him go to the perch because that's what was working. And then we could shape that into what we wanted. So just like with what Jamie's doing, yeah, it might have been a little sloppy. It might have been paired with other emotions, but we'll start there because it's working.
awesome.
If you guys could be a little more distracting when I'm giving a lesson.
I'm sorry. He's really cute. And he's giving baby wing flaps. So it's a little confusing, you know? Like he's kind of nice. Anyways.
Don't believe it.
Cute. Okay. Well, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of BirdTricks Tuesday. I know that it kind of meshed with our O flock, which isn't necessarily to the Bondi tier, which is what BirdTricks Tuesdays are. But I thought it was just kind of a cool mix.
She just wanted to show off the secret handshake.
Well, I wanted it to get better. And I was like, well, I knew I was missing some stuff. So thanks, babe. And I think for our next BirdTricks Tuesday episode, we'll show these two working through what's going on right here. Because this is not cool.
It's a battle for the spouse.
You're not being very nice. Oh, no, you are.
I think he just needs to be worked with. I'm fine.
Together. You guys
Oh.
together.
And someone forgot to silence their phone. You were the
Screw you for saying something rude to me.
Just gonna dust all that stuff off. Is that all right?
No.
Oh, look at
I'm
that.
gonna kill you. I'm gonna kick your ass, man. Bring
All right,
it
guys.
on.
Thanks for watching. That's it.
It's not it. I'm gonna
That's
eat
it.
your face.
It's over.
No.
This is why I'm not going to be putting him away today. Because that would be the wrong... I would get nailed.
If I tried to hand him or if Dave tried to take him right now, he would get nailed. But hopefully you guys can tell that by now with these BirdTricks Tuesday episodes where we're really not being good teachers.
And what was it you said this morning? I don't think we should do a body language one because the birds are really nice today.
I did. I was like, I'm like, our birds are probably gonna be so nice this morning. I don't even know if we should continue with the body language stuff. I did say that.
Nailed it.
Embarrassing. Fear for your life.
All right, see you guys.
Oh my gosh. They are gonna love that episode.